Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and we are outside again on my balcony, and today is one of those rare winter day right now that is actually very sunny. Today is one of those sunny days that doesn't come very often these days, although I have to say it's not as cold as I thought it would be this winter. But then again, I kept saying that for a lot of winters the past 5 years maybe since COVID hits. That's when winter started to get really warm. Also, I'm trying this dual camera thing so you can see where I am, what I'm seeing. It's on my phone, but I just never used it because I don't know what to use it with. Also, if you guys don't know, I'm fostering a cat. Also, I didn't shave because it's winter. Um, I fostered a cat like about maybe almost 2 weeks ago now. Not 2 weeks, but maybe 10 days, 11 days. I picked up a stray that I've seen like maybe about 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks plus 3 days ago in the garden. And now I've been living with it for the past 11 days or 12 days now. And my world is, I thought I was exhausted, but now I know what exhaustion means. And I can't imagine, like, oh my God, the sun is just so bright. Um, and hot, but it's okay because it's only gonna be hot and bright for like another 2 hours. But I didn't know what exhaustion was until I have to take care of this cat. I can't imagine myself being a mother, being a single mother. I would not be able to do it. I think I feel like even like slowly now, it's on the 11th day or something, and I have a tiny bit of resentment taking care of it because I feel like, oh my God, is I don't know what to do because it's my first time and everything, and I'm just worrying about it all the time, and I it's like really, and the most needy time of it is usually around 5 a.m. Like he would come up to my room and scratch under the door and say, basically, feed me, I need attention, I want to play. That's like it's prime time right now to play and to eat and to do all the socialization at 5 bloody a.m. So I've been waking up at 5 a.m, going to bed around 1 a.m. So I've been running like a shift at 4 hours sleep every day for the past 11 days. Not sure how I even survive. And it's stretching all my financial thin, like beyond capacity or whatever. But I'm also working with a rescue group. So, well, I say group lightly, so, but I'm not sure what's happening with that. Like, we got the first vet visit. Like, if you see the vlog, there is a first vet visit already happened, but the next one I think is in 2 weeks. But I don't know if I'm gonna vlog it or not. As I said, like in the vlog, I will vlog it if they allow me. If I don't, I'm just gonna, I won't do it because it's involved someone else and it's not me. It's not only me. So probably just gonna be like cute cat videos or whatever the cat is doing sometimes, and hopefully no one gets attached, including me, so we can just enjoy the cuteness, or you guys can enjoy the cuteness while I am scooping poops. I'm dealing with damages of scratches and stuff, but I'm okay. I'm doing okay. Like, mentally, I'm exhausted. Emotionally, I'm okay, kind of. But anyway, if you guys want to help me out with kitty fun, just go to coffee.com/Valorine. I would appreciate it so that I can get it some food. I actually been reducing my own groceries so I can buy its food and also litters, and because I don't want the whole living room to be stenched up in poop and pee. But yeah, I've got proof that it has been here. It's sleeping around that. I'm not going to disrupt it because I know the price of disrupting it, like being scratched or bitten. But most of the time, in when it's not on a prey drive or prey hunting mode, it's okay. Like, during this time around, like, what now is 1 p.m., 2 p.m., it's sleeping. So that's their midnight. So our schedule is pretty much reversed. So it's bad for me, good for it. I'm happy that it's happy. I'm happy that it's running around. I'm happy that it eats and it poops and it pees. And I'm being overthinking person as usual, because I'm like, this girl has been pooping twice a day, and then we've been having drillings from the construction in my area for the past 3 days this week, and it's on like 2 levels above me, which means like the drilling, when it happens, it basically feels like it's drilling down directly from above, and the wall vibrates and everything. The first time it happened, it hit twice and then it repaired again. I didn't know where it hit, but so I got really scared, and I think it was really stressful because from the first day of the construction, it started to only poop like once a day, and I'm like, no, why are you pooping once a day? Is something wrong? Because like it's stressed out maybe. I've just been asking AI all about this, because I feel like the rescue person that I have contact with is very stretched thin. Like their donation link for the rescue is in the vlog as well, in the description box. So if you go there, you can check it out if you want to help out with vet costs for, like, you know microchipping these sex so that this girl can get adopted out. I can't afford to have her for to be adopted unless my financial situation change. So I wanted to be able to the people at least to be able to afford like vet and pet insurance, because our pet insurance is affordable. So, but that is very expensive. So I think I just want to get to people that actually can afford that insurance, because pet insurance I think is about maybe around 500, give or take. Like that's the medium, a year. So no, not a year. I think more than a year. Maybe I think more than a year. But it's like it's not crazy amount of money. But even I can't afford that, so it's weird. Um, but the insurance doesn't cover like the whole vet cost. I think most of pet insurance covers like 80%. So you probably will have to pay the gap fee, which is like the gap between what the insurance covers and what the actual vet bills actually is. So you need financials for that, like to back that up. And she's very young. She's like 1 year old, what the vet says. But I feel like, I wanna if you wanna keep on you want to raise a pet, you want to keep them forever, right, till they die. So that has to be considered into the risk as well, like when they're going into palliative care, when they're getting older and senior and whatever. I want to be able to commit to that very long, and I know like a lot of people don't. They just like wing it, and then when the circumstances change, like they go into, I don't know. Some owners died, and some people relocate, and some people just dump it when they relocate. It's like it's not even a thinking thing. Like it's not even a second thing. It's like, so I know like a lot of adoptive people are like that. Adoptive people, pet parents are like that. So I'm also concerned about that. Like I want people to commit the whole life, but I don't think that's majority of people's point of view. Is like most of people adopting is just like present moment type of thing. It's like, oh, they're so cute and blah blah blah, and it's like cuteness doesn't pay the bills. Cuteness that is not there when you have to scoop poop at 5 a.m. in the morning, when you are being awakened after being what I mean is like I f- maybe I am too ambitious to think that people who are gonna adopt them gonna think like that. Because I'm also afraid that people gonna adopt. Because this girl, I think, the cat. I know I'm gonna be just talking about the cat because that's the major thing that happened in my life. I got nothing else happening in my life. Um, because from the bulldog's dad's what the bulldog said, like the bulldog that is sometimes in my vlog. his name is Bullet, and Bullet's dad basically saying that this girl, Limi, that's what I'm calling her, for short for liminal, like liminal space and everything, because I've been living in this liminal space for decades now. Sorry, this is my permanent space. Purgatory is my permanent space. Maybe I should not. Limi is cuter than Purgatory. Hey, Purgatory, come here. Anyway, he said that Limi has been living around the apartment area, like the complex and nearby the community garden where I live. From the moment where he saw a bunch of cat stuff got thrown into the curb for rubbish pickup from the council. So I think from the theory is that she was an indoor cat for the first 5 months of her life, and then the rest of the 6 months up until I saw her like 3 weeks ago, close to it, the beginning of winter, she has been outside. The problem is we don't know whether someone actually like sort of adopt her or not. But from what Greg said, that she has been fed by people because she's been going into like a specific location. So she has her own territories where she goes to places that she knows that she'll be fed. So he pointed out, like, I think she goes to that house over there and this apartment, and the lady that is in the apartment basically saying that she's been sleeping in front of her door. Another lady said the same thing, and then just gossip around the community basically. So from that story, basically what I gathered is that she's a stray. Like, no one basically claimed ownership of her, and then went on, and at the vet, like, there was no microchip whatsoever. So now we're just gonna wait until there is fund so that we can microchip her and desect her so that we can get ready for her rehoming when that's available. Yeah, that's where we're at when fostering. Unless something miraculously happened with my financials, and I'm not saying like donation, I'm saying like stable income. I'm saying like separated from all the financial of like help being helped and stuff, like my own generated income increased by some kind of miracle. That would be nice. Yeah, but yeah, for right now, that's the situation. Vlog content wise, is gonna just be a lot of cat on top of the regular content because that's my life now. It is a bit hectic. I found myself quite hard vlogging and actually taking care of the cat, to be honest. I think I was being so stressed out. Like today in the morning, I was so stressed out. I think hit to the threshold point where I felt it was unsustainable, and I felt a little bit of resentful of the cat. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to give her food, turn on the heater, because like it's really cold from around 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. is the coldest usually in winter. So, and making sure that her iPad, because I put on like cat TV of like birds and stuff. In the beginning, I put like the big TV on, not at night, but like during the day when I leave and stuff. But I felt like I don't want to put the big TV because she kept scratching on the TV, like pang, pang, pang. And I'm like, okay, let's just put it on the iPad. And then because, less electricity as well. So, because I don't want to have the TV run on all night, every night. But iPad, I can just recharge it like every day, and that's fine. And it's good when it's turned off anyway, because that means like the night is over. It's also a good routine for her. I feel in my well, maybe it's a good routine for my autistic brain. So that's what I did. I just did that like in and out, like from the living room within 5 minutes. And she didn't scratch. I gave her leftovers from her own leftovers, not my. There is a train. A freight train is loud. Um, So her leftover, not my leftover, her leftover from yesterday, and she didn't eat it. She didn't want eating leftover food. She wants fresh food. I am so stressed. Um, so after about 2 hours of her not touching her food, I felt guilty. So I basically, opened a new can for her, and she lapped it up. She ate it, which is good because I want her to eat. And And then she spent her morning usually killing my cardboard. So I cut up like little cardboards, and then it will just eat it like it was a prey, like with all four claws into it, and then she would just go like that. I definitely, every time I see that, I'm imagining a mice being devoured by this cat. Um, and then we finish our morning routine every night, every day like that. And today I just felt a bit of stressfulness and resentment like building because I remember talking to myself like, oh, I wanted to take my other phone so I can do EMDR, which is basically I want to regulate my nervous system. And I was thinking, I'm so afraid that I will have to go to the living room. What if she demands attention and wants something from me and just want me to be there always? Like she doesn't do this throughout the day. Okay, she only does this in the morning where it is the worst time for me. Like it's the worst time. And I don't know, maybe I we can put like an adoption page or something saying maybe good for someone who is on a night shift so that when they come home they can play with it, and then and and when they sleep, like the cat sleeps also, like it's the same cycle sort of thing. So I'm like, maybe that's a good idea. But this is on we are going into, so this is second week. Yeah, so we are going to the hold on. 9th of June I picked her up, so 14th should be what, 23. So we're going into week 2 now, in on what, Wednesday or Tuesday. That would be 2 weeks. It felt like forever. It's 10 days. It felt like forever. Um, of living together with a cat. Um, yeah, that's my winter so far. If you want to follow the cat chronicle, but to be honest, it's not really a cat chronicle because I don't know whether there is a storyline there. Most of the footage is just me saying this is the cat playing, this is the cat doing this. There's not much of story behind the cat, to be honest, and also intentionally doing that because I don't want to get attached, and I hope the audience doesn't get attached. Let's just enjoy her while we have. It's hard. It's hard. But I want the best for her. I don't want her to get sick, and then I'm saying like I can't afford anything. Even now, it's already showing the financial strain because um, she really loves. I don't know what she ate beforehand because she was really healthy, and then I started giving her kibbles and all these pouches that she doesn't like. She's very picky with the wet food. And then suddenly she started scratching, and I got like really annoyed because I felt like, oh my god, did I give her something that she's allergic to? So I have to buy a new batch of food. And I realized like if you really want to buy high quality one, it's very expensive. And I have been experimenting with pouches like Mat Pals, which is very natural ingredients, but Mat Pals aren't complete because it doesn't have all the specific vitamins and taurine, like they have taurine but like other vitamins that is made that canned food for them to be complete. Meaning complete mean, I think this is what I've learned, right? I'm only learning this. Complete means you can replace that away from kibble. So kibble is complete food for cat, meaning like it will have all its nutrients, vitamins, needs. So for canned food, you have to read whether it's complete or not, or complementary. Complementary just means like it's a top up, like it's just on top of your dry kibbles, so that it will get its own vitamins, and so that it doesn't get sick or stuff. I don't even follow this kind of rule for myself, but for her, I feel like, yeah, we should do that. And I kind of want to transition her from dry kibble to wet food entirely, just because I don't want her to get UTI or like whatever urinary problems in the future as she get older, because she's still young now. So I feel like this is a good time to transition or put whatever nutrients I could, not say, because like your old age is basically a reflections of what you eat when you're young. um, it's like you're depositing things into your body so that your old age don't become, when you withdraw a lot of things from your body in your old age, there will be a deposit there waiting for you. So that's my mindset, sort of. But I'm poor, so I can't really do that. It's like I bought this because she's really fussy with food. I bought this Ziwi Peak, which is the second number two of a very natural completed canned food for cats right now, anyway, in Pedo and Pet Barn. And it's so expensive. Like the top number one is Feline Natural, that's the brand name, and it's one can of 185 gram in Pedo. Pet O was $7.70 for one can, and then Ziwi Peak was usually $5, but I think I got it for on a discount for $4. But that's for one can. And the problem is with her, I can't buy the 185 gram one. I have to buy and then like you can buy them in bulk, which is what you should do. But I don't want to commit in bulk buying because I don't know if she's gonna eat the whole thing. Because when I bought like Ziwi Peak, the 185 gram one, I'm not giving her the whole can because she's still very light. So I gave her half a can, and I stored the other half in the fridge. So she ate the first half, the freshly opened one, with gusto, with like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. I'm basically going feral for it, right? I thought, oh, this is a win. This is great. And then I realized when I put like the leftover the next day for the next meal, she doesn't want to eat it because I think it's already leftover. It's already been sitting in the fridge, so she doesn't like the taste or the smell or the texture of it. It's different. So now I realize, like, if I were going to buy something for her, I can't buy the 185 gram ones. 185 grams one, if you multiply that by 12, which is the box size on where you can buy, it's around $75. Okay, and but if you want to save, technically what you do is that you buy this 12 by 185 gram, and then you just half it, like you open and then you use half to feed her, and then you keep the other half in the fridge, and then for the next meal you take that out and then you give the other half, so it will save you money. But no, from my experiment, she doesn't like to do this. She wants like one meal is one pouch or one can, it's just one thing. So I think I have to, if I were going to go down this path, I actually have to go down the path of buying 24 times 85 gram, which is half the size of the 185 gram. But to do this, the price is not the same. The price is more expensive because there are more items, right? So 24 by times 85 gram tin, by grams, they're all the same at the end of the day. But if you buy them in the bigger one, in 185 gram or 170 gram for a Ziwi Peak or feline, 170 gram, you'll pay $75. But if you buy 24 by 85 gram, you have to pay $100. So that's around $25 worth of a difference. Because if you buy the 185 one, the large size, and then do not the doji, but like do the practical thing, which is like feed her half and then save the one later for another one, she won't eat the other half, so it'll be a waste of food and money. And I have to run the experiment thoroughly before I'm committing to buying $100 worth of food, $100 that I don't have. So this is not a beg for money. Okay, I'm just like running you through my brain right now. I don't have anyone to talk to, and I can't really talk to the rescue person because she is so thin, stretchily thin, because thinly stretched. Sorry, yeah, thinly stretched. Because there's so many strays right now, and I think maybe it's just the way we are right now, the economic situation. I don't know. I like, there's a lot of strains. A lot of people are moving. A lot of people are downsizing. A lot of people are struggling, and it's very difficult. And again, like cat doesn't give you the same satisfaction as a dog because it has a mind of its own. So it doesn't give you that affection. So what you're giving it is sometimes not gonna be returned until they decide that they will return it to you. So it's a very hard thing because I think you really have to be a cat person to adopt cat. Because if you don't, if you think just oh my god it's cute, and then suddenly oh my god it scratches, oh my god it doesn't cuddle with me, it doesn't want to cuddle with me, and blah blah blah, then you're screwed, and then that's when you get returned or you get dumped and stuff like that. So it's an issue. And then, because I've been in this situation now for about 10, 11 days or 12 days, whatever, I feel like, oh my God, it's going to be so stressed out. And I'll definitely understand why a lot of stray cats are being euthanized. And at the same time, I also understand why a lot of rescues are so overwhelmed, is because there's this tension between like people or shelters who euthanize all of this. Because I feel like euthanize has a very wrong connotations. Euthanize means like they just end the suffering, or they just end the existence in comfort, right? They're not doing it cruelly. They're just saying we're just going to end this particular life by way of humanly. So it's not like you're being, there's always an argument. It's like maybe just being a stray is probably better, but is that though? Because sometimes you see like a lot of abusive or stray animals out there who are like being hit by a car and then have like their limb hanging out like that, or having their bottom half chopped off from like I don't know some car running over it. So would you like to be given that kind of life though? I feel like I get it. Like I'm not agreeing with it. I'm just saying I get it. I understand it. But at the same time, I also understand from the rescuer point of view, people who really like cats and stuff. They basically saying like, no, this cat needs loving home. They're not. They don't deserve to be killed. I think like in their mind, like being killed is so cruel, taking away their life. But I think from the rescue, so from the shelters type of situation, it's like we are saving it by not exposing it to further suffering. So there's that take. So there's a bit of a debate there, which I feel like I get it from both sides. But now I'm in the position of part of the rescue story of this particular cat. I am very biased. I'm treating it like my own kid. No, well, not really. Like a kid that I found that I want to like wish goodness on. Like I want their life to be really good, because like the worst case possible is that she get adopted out and then she get returned, or she get dumped again out to be a stray again. That's so mean. Like the worst bit is like when you already being dumped and you become a stray and then you're being taken in again and then you're being dumped again. That's like cruel. That's really cruel. But maybe I'm just putting a lot of human projection to it. So I know that's also possible. Also, I think the day is starting to wane because I can feel the coldness now. I can feel like winter breeze is coming. But this winter has been very warm, I have to be honest. I don't turn on the heater in my room when I'm asleep, mostly because I'm using an electric blanket and a very old one. I was talking off to AI, like, how do I use this? Because I haven't seen this type of, because most of the modern electric blankets these days is fitted to your bed so it doesn't move around. The one that I'm using now is maybe like 20 years old or 25 years old or something. And it's basically have to be tied with with its own like rope. They have like a thread that you can basically uh, go around your bed, and then it has to be tied into a knot so that the electric blanket doesn't move. I didn't want to buy a new one, and I saw there is one in the spare room, so I just took it. I'm really using a lot of I don't know, recycling type of or upcycling stuff. I didn't buy a new litter box because I don't know how long she'll be here, so I use a laundry tub, a laundry basket, like fully covered, like so. And took a little bit of cardboards from the recycling. So now rice recycling down in my recycling area. I got lucky and I got a few cardboards when I was there. So I'm using that as their prey in the for the morning rituals of killing all their prey, eating like crazy. Um, it's a mess every morning, but at least it's cardboard. All you have to do is swipe it. So it like just swipe with a little swipe brush, and it takes about 2 5 maybe a minute. The problem is it's not the swiping itself and the brush, is me, my body is not handling it well. Also, I also have the fact that my body is hurting so much. I keep forgetting that I have chronic illness. um, so my body is like very much breaking down, and I think it's also like the compounding effect of waking up every day at 5 a.m. and going to bed at 12:30 or at 1 a.m. So I'm getting only 4 hours sleep and having to start my day like that. And the past 3 days it has been hell because the construction really pushed it to the limit. And also I have to carry a lot of heavy stuff like the litters, even though like I'm buying the smallest sizes of litters, like yeah, cat litters. Even though I'm buying the smallest sizes, it's still heavy. It's still like 4 or 5 kilo. So I have to carry it in my backpack because I don't drive. Yeah, I feel like everything is hitting a toll on me, and I'm like, this is why adoption should not be taken lightly, even if you have money. It's like, and also like saw a post because I've been in on the cat rescue stray um, type content. Facebook basically just flood my feed with it, and it's that's all I see right now. I know it's algorithm, and I know it's basically because of what I'm saying and stuff, because they monitor your messengers, right? It's so bright, which is nice. It's not as hot as before, so it's nice. But yeah, one of the upside is that I can't think of anything else because this is a problem that is in front of me. My problem has gotten bigger actually, and but I can't think of it because this kid is in front of me. This kid being the cat, and it's cheeky and it's trusting its boundaries with me. You know what I really get a bit pissed off? Like she allows other people to cuddle her. Like I'm not. No, she can't. She doesn't allow me to cuddle her. I'm like I need to get some kind of affection back. Otherwise, this relationship is not working out. And I also realize how bad I am in a relationship as well. Like even with the cat, like I have an inferiority complex that is so bad. I have this poverty complex that is so bad. Like it is so bad. I was like crying in front of it, saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have money to spoil you. I actually get you uh, some like decent, uh, food." And then I would cry like, "I hope you get adopted to a family who really loves you and can take care of you until the end of your life." Uh-huh. And then one time it punctured me in one of my fingers. This is probably the second day or whatever, and I was already stressed out by this point. I think I was stretched thin, and I was just cried and sobbed like it was like a dam just breaks. It's like it hurts. Why did you scratch me? It hurts. And I just wailed for a good 5 minutes. Poor neighbor if they heard me. But yeah, I can't say this in the vlog because it's just too much. That's not what the vlog is. The vlog vibe is different than this thing. So I guess like that's why I moved like all the chatty vlog here because it's a different vibe altogether. Um is like I get it. I think like when it was in one channel, the vibe was very paradoxical. Oh no, it's very contradictory, not paradoxical, contradictory. Um, so I think it was hard. Um, oh, it's hot again now. I feel like it is so. But that's where my life at. Uh, it's only like what day 12 or day 13 or whatever day this is, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so glad I didn't commit to like more than this. This is a lot. But yeah, my inferiority complex, it's so toxic. I feel like it's so toxic. Not sure how to get rid of it. I feel like I see the world through this lens. It's like, yeah, lucky you, you got money. That's why you can do a lot of things. Lucky you, you have health. That's why you can do all these things. Lucky you, you know. It's like this inferiority complex is so dumb, man. Like, I don't know. I need to sort it out. Not sure how. What I do need is help. I need a lot of help. I need like daily help. I need caretaking. I've been saying this forever, ever since I was a child, basically. The only reason I wanted to be rich when I was a child, now as a 42-year-old lady as well, is the same still. Is that so that I can hire people to do cooking, cleaning, um, errands, driving, all these things, so that I can do whatever it is that I need to do to make money, whatever. Because I feel all the other things that are, I'm not saying they are very important. That's why you have to do them, right? But my brain doesn't work like that. My brain doesn't work like you do all of this and you can still perform other things. Like I can't do that. That's not my body. And I guess like the moment you acknowledge it, the moment it's a different life altogether, because now you stop fighting it, right? You stop fighting that you can do everything. You own it, so that when you get extremely having a meltdown like I've been the past 12 days, you allow it, and which makes it easier for your body to recover. So this way you recognize the point, the threshold, you recognize your limit, when to pull back and when to push, and when you have capacity and when you don't, when you want to commit and when you don't. Because if you don't know what you have, kind of thing, it's hard to put where the boundary is. It's very hard to take care of you, especially me, because like I was basically brainwashed to be a doormat. Even today, like I was talking to AI about it, and the AI says you are trying to make yourself small as a fawning trauma effect to a cat. God damn, AI, why are you calling me out like that? um you basically already gave it heating, because you woke up, gave it heating, give it food, give it entertainment, and then you still say that it wasn't enough, that you're not providing what it needs. I think it has, like, because you deprived it of its emotional need to be around you, as if that your need is also not important. I'm like, okay, stop calling me out like that, guy. Anyway, that's how you know you're fucked up, when you are being called out. Like, while other people are just so easy, like, hey, we don't need you anymore. You're not that cute anymore. It seems like this is arrangement is over. So I'm gonna dump you out on the curb with all my other rubbish. And yeah, your cuteness quota is up. You are ready to go. Oh, I think I might have sunburn tomorrow. This is a possibility. But anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. It's already like 40 minutes almost. Thanks for listening to me rambling. If you can see like the shadow, that's basically how I shoot. I didn't even bother to fix it because why? This is not the channel to do that. Yeah, thanks for listening. The next video might be soon, might be forever. You never know. It depends. Yeah, like, subscribe if you want to help me out with my kitty fun. Go to coffee.com/Valorine. If you want to help with the rescue donation, I think the link is going to be in the latest vlog just now. Um, the one with me holding my, that's a thumbnail, I think. Yeah, I'll see you later. Bye, everyone.